Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here once again, joined with Gore the Movie God
Hey.
for Anime Shenanigans Volume 4, or
Anime.
Episode 4, whatever you want to call it.
Anime.
Yeah, anime. Manime.
Manime.
Um,
That's what we should call it.
From what?
That's what we should have called the series. Manime.
Manime?
Couple of men.
Maybe I can just rename it.
Yeah, there you go. Manime. Watch episode 1 of Manime.
Yeah.
That has to be a podcast, right? That's
Manime?
Manime. That
If
has
it
to
isn't,
be.
we need to copyright that shit.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
ours now. Don't take that.
So this is episode 4 of season 4 of My Hero Academia. I think we're both in agreement. This is a very good episode.
Yes.
Very emotional. There was no awkward. I feel like there's been like 3 or so awkward moments this season. Every episode kind of has one. This
Yeah.
one didn't really. This one didn't really have any. It was all emotional feels.
What was the awkward moment from the last episode? Because I know the tickle machine, and I know the weird selfie, but
There
there was definitely one I forgot.
I guess the last one there wasn't really like that weird of a moment, other than like
I feel like there was. Wasn't there? Maybe there wasn't.
no, because I guess it was just the entire room, like him trying to take the stamp. So.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That episode was
But
good.
to be fair, the beginning was Bubble Girl getting unstrapped from the tickle machine, so
Oh,
it's still there.
yeah, there you
so
go.
that counts.
Just
That
just
counts.
just like showing the, I don't know, like continuing that from the second episode. It's just like you should have just
Yeah.
forgot it. It's
Yeah,
tickle machine,
Um,
funny gag, I guess, and then let's move on.
yeah, pretty much. This one's very straightforward. There's basically like any other episode, 2 halves. One thing happens in the first half, one thing happens in the second half. So
Of course.
it shouldn't take too long to discuss, but there's good things to talk about all the same.
Yes.
So
I really like the intro of this.
yeah, go for it.
All right,
You go
I'll
for the
start. The intro starts off pretty much exactly how the last episode ended with the post-credit scene, where you have and now I can't remember her name. What's the girl's name? We haven't really
Bubble
been
Girl?
introduced yet.
Bubble Girl.
No, the little girl,
Oh, Airy.
Ari.
Ari.
All right, he said his name, her name in the episode, but we haven't really been introduced to that character yet. Really, she just kind of showed up. You know, they haven't really gone into her backstory. I mean, I guess the outro goes into her backstory. It seems like, but that's about it.
Surprisingly, yeah, that's like the outro of this shows stuff that the manga doesn't even show. So,
Really?
you
Wow.
know, yeah,
Well, that's cool. I mean, that's what I always like about adaptations is that they can
Exactly.
they could take
Yeah.
stuff that wasn't shown and put it in the show or the movie or whatever it is.
I get people commenting on my reaction videos like, if you read the manga, this isn't a reaction. They get all mad and stuff, and it's like, no, because like, look at any like book to like show or
Yeah.
movie adaptation. Like,
Right.
there's always new things. Like, and seeing it brought to like fluid like animation alone is like cool. So
Yeah, funny enough, I just watched Doctor Sleep, which is based on a Stephen King book,
yeah,
and that one completely changes the ending of that book. So and a lot of
Oh.
stuff. So
cool.
So if you ever read
Yeah.
that book, just heads up. It's not, it's
Just
not
heads
exact adaptation. Anyway, back to this. Yeah. So anyway, you have. I'm sorry. What's her name again? I forgot already.
Airy.
Airy.
That's okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Horn
only says
Girl.
her name like
I'll
once
just call her
in this
Horn Girl.
episode.
I call everybody else like generic.
Yeah.
It's generic.
Yeah.
All right. So Horn Girl shows up. She bumps into Deku. Just conveniently, Deku and Mirio are just walking by on the sidewalk. You know, chilling, talking.
Oh, we should also mention Mirio says his hero name.
Oh yeah. It's what?
Lemillion.
A million. There you go. Yeah, I knew. It was
Lemillion, yeah.
A million.
Save a million lives.
Yes, because he wants to save a million lives. At least a million lives. He wants to save more, but
Yeah.
he wants to at least
That'd be a
get to
good
that.
career, I think.
Yeah.
If your whole career you save a million people, that's pretty good.
But here, I'm going to turn into like it's devil advocate. When you just turn them into numbers, isn't that a little, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, isn't that like kind of like it's. I want to save
You're just
humans.
you're
But he's just
you're a
like, here, I just write
statistic.
down a number. Like I saved another number. There you go.
He gets home like, oh, good, I saved 30 little brats on the bus today.
30 numbers. There you go. I got it to my record. It's like it's a
Oh,
high
I
score.
saved 5 elderly people. Does that count? Because they're almost dead anyway.
Yeah, there you go. That's like half a point. It's like- so all right, so he mentions like, oh, my name's a million. My name's Deku. He's just like, what, like Deck or something
Dick?
like that? Yeah, Dick. He says, what, like Diku? That's weird.
Why would you want to call yourself Dick?
Yeah, that's weird. What's Deku mean again?
It's like So it was, I guess, like a insult from Bakugo,
Yeah.
which means like worthless or like bland.
Worthless. My superhero name is Worthless.
I guess that's like to like
Yeah.
prove that
He's not
you can
actually
do
worthless,
something.
you know.
Yeah, which
Yeah, I get it. It's a good idea, I guess. But anyway, Deku. I'm so used to calling him Deku now that it doesn't even that word just means something different now.
Yeah,
I
don't
guess
call
that's
him
the main point,
Midoriya.
right?
I don't call him Izuku. Deku's. I think most people just call him Deku.
You know,
It's
Deku's.
easy.
It's shorter and it's fun. It's more fun to say.
Yeah,
Deku.
especially when Baku's like Deku.
Deku. It's like that and shut up is most of his dialogue. Especially this season. All of his dialogue so far has been shut up.
They're only. I feel like they're only doing that because in the manga, literally,
Yeah,
him and
that's what
Todoroki don't get any time right now.
Right,
so
right.
in the anime, they're just like, "Oh, we got to do something. Let's have him like
Say
continuously in the background, be like, let's get stronger. Shut up!" Like just over and over again.
I could just see like the voice actor just like, all right, my first 50
Here's my lines
lines
this week.
My first 50 lines.
Shut up.
He could do all of his lines in the first I feel like probably the first 10 episodes of this. I'm just gonna
Pretty
guess.
much, yeah.
I'm gonna guess the first 10 episodes is gonna be him saying shut up. And leave
You're
me
not
alone.
wrong. There is a possibility that's the case.
All
so,
right.
yeah.
But anyway, all right. She bumps into him, and immediately Deku's hero senses are tingling. You know, she looks scared. She has bandages on him, and then of course, Beakman, Shie shows up. I know his actual name. I can't remember. Overload, right? Or
Overhaul.
Overload, whatever. Yeah, Overhaul.
Gore's on fire today.
Beakman shows up out of the shadows like, yo, you got my girl, fam, thanks. And he's just like, no, wait, hold on. She's trembling. She's scared. And he was just like, yeah, that's my daughter. It's fine. Just give me him. And immediately Mirio is just like, he knows who he is. I think they both know who he is, right?
Yeah, they both know, but Deku's got like this look on his face, like, "Oh my god, it's you!" And then Mirio's really smart, and he
he's
puts
like
the hood
straight
over
face.
him.
He got the
Yeah,
poker face going because he doesn't want
Yeah.
to reveal that he knows who he is. So
Yeah, Tintin knows what's up.
yeah, Tintin understands.
yeah.
But so yeah, he's trying to keep a poker face, and of course Deku's not really. He's trying, but he's also worried about the girl. He's also scared that guy's right
Yeah,
in
this
front of
was
him.
a really interesting scene because you have Mirio, who's like older and wiser, I guess you
Yes.
could say. He's been training under Night Eye. He understands like we can't save this girl right now because it might scare
Yes.
Overhaul away, and we got to like find out what he's doing. But then you have Deku, who literally there's a girl like clinging to him, saying, "Don't let me go!" Like, and she's got bandages on her arm. She's clearly like been abused.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you like give that child back? Like, you know,
Right,
so
right,
it's
right. Exactly.
pretty tense
running
situation.
running out of an alleyway too, which is
Yeah,
that's always
like
that's always shady.
And then and then Deku, you know, he starts saying like, "What's wrong with this girl? Why is she's trembling? Like what'd you do to her?" And he's like, "Oh, she was just scolded." And then it goes a little further and further. He's kind of like irritating Overhaul, and Mirio's like, "Okay, this isn't good because if we don't back off, he's gonna get suspicious." And then meanwhile, Deku's saying, "We're heroes. It's going to look suspicious if we don't help this
Right,
girl."
yeah.
So it's two different kind of mindsets there.
conflicting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice kind of dynamic there. And
Yeah.
then Overhaul's like, "All right, well, if you really want to pry that much, I'll tell you. Just meet me in this dark
alley where no one else is."
I'll tell you everything. Just meet me back here." And
Which makes me wonder, like, why did Mirio immediately like, yeah, let's go in there, like. Yeah, I know. He was being defensive and stuff, but he's just like he didn't come up with an excuse or anything. They both just walked in there.
yeah, it is interesting. Maybe it's because like I don't know. I guess there's like some mindset of like we can't act too weird, like
Right.
so.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just a little weird. Hold on, just 1 second. My headset just said it's gonna die, so it's we're like running to plug it in. But yeah, no, I'm good now. So they go into the alleyway, and I thought this was actually really interesting too because immediately, what's his name? Overhaul, right?
Yeah.
Shie. I don't know why I know his actual name more than Overhaul.
No, that's good. Don't be ashamed. You know his real name.
right. I guess it's because it's
forget
shorter.
Yeah,
Shie. And it's like
Yeah.
might as well. Yeah, that's just like two vowels or whatever. It's like Shie.
It's like Deku.
Yeah,
It's easy.
Deku, Shie. I know the short ones. Mineta, that one's fun
Tintin.
to say actually. Tintin, yeah, Tintin. But anyway, yeah. So I thought it was really interesting. Immediately, he like shows he's about to take off his glove, and
Eri.
Horn girl. So yeah, Eri.
Yeah, that was
Eri sees that he's gonna take the glove off, so she immediately goes with him because she doesn't want him to hurt these two.
Which is really cool. Like, this frightened little girl is like that aware.
She knows what that means.
Caring about. Yeah. So.
Yeah, which I thought was really thought that was really good because I didn't want anybody to get hurt, and I think it sets up the like what could happen in the future too very well. Where we didn't have a fight, we didn't have like a we didn't have like a standoff or anything. It was just kind of like it just kind of like ended. And it just shows like it was a good introduction for that character and Deku and I guess Mirio, who's gonna. It
was a really tense, well done like scene. Yeah, it was pretty great.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they did. Like, what I was trying to say is like I'm glad they didn't just do like, oh, now they're gonna fight. You know, like even a little fight. You know, the last time we had a fight in an alleyway was with Stain. So you know, I was just like, are they gonna do Stain stuff? It's just like no.
It's just licking people's blood.
Yeah, which actually he has a scene that's like really badass later on. Which
pretty soon here.
Very soon.
Right before that scene, I'll let you talk about that one. We get a really, really quick scene with Night Eye and Bubble Girl. They're staking out the Yakuza's like hiding spot, or because they're trying to look for Overhaul 2. That's their mission, just to find out where he is. And they're like, oh, we got a call from Mirio. They like found him or whatever.
Yep.
And then it cuts to the scene that you were alluding to.
Yeah. One thing I want to mention though is that don't they meet up with Deku and Mirio? Like they actually meet up with them. And they talk.
Yes.
One thing I found funny is that Deku was talking about like, yeah, he had this little girl. He said it was his daughter, which I forgot to mention that. Which I'm assuming that's not true. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. But again, don't tell me. But I thought it was funny that he said, yeah, it was just a girl, and he explained that she had a horn on her head. So like, next time you see a girl with white hair and a horn on her head,
that's a pretty distinct feature. I feel like you should like tell.
Yeah, and I get that there's so many quirks out there that there's probably like every fifth baby is born with something like that.
Or something.
Yeah, a horn or something growing out of their head. So I guess in this world, that's like saying he has a couple fingers. Or
At least he said like she's got bandages on her arm. And,
yeah, he did say the bandages. So. He didn't say like she has white hair. She's like this big. She has a horn on her head to the right side of her forehead. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like it's funny that
to be fair, like I bet off screen they go back and write a report like
that's true
at the office.
Yeah,
so.
There's some things you don't need to explain. I get it.
Yeah.
If this show was like an hour long and had 26 episodes, then sure.
Little every detail like
exactly.
It shows Gran Torino like getting breakfast in the morning and just like long ass like episodes.
Yeah, he has those fish crackers or whatever he likes.
He probably eats that like every meal. Those are like little pastry things.
Yeah,
so.
They look good. I eat one.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. The scene I was talking about, I love this. Just to show how Shie doesn't give a crap at all. He's like, I guess he's in his like headquarters. I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's kind of like an underground. It's basically where they showed Night Eye and stuff. It's that building, but it's like underground.
So Shie's in here, or Overhaul, whatever. He's walking down the hall. He's talking to one of his
underlings.
Yeah, one of his underlings, the little guy, right? And he just he passes by a guy that like was saying like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see how she left or whatever," because like he's talking about the girl. He's
probably like supposed to babysit her.
Yeah. And he just like grabs him by the face and explodes him against the wall.
just like that.
And then he looks at somebody and says, "Clean that up." He's like, all right.
And he's like, run the bath. Like I gotta wipe this filth.
Yeah, he has to wash all that dirt off, and
he gives 0 Fs. Like he didn't even like let the guy plead his case. He just you're dead.
Yeah, I don't know. I just look at I'm dead. Oh, I ceased to be. It's like, oops.
Oh, hey boss, I just won the lottery.
Oh no. Hey boss, shine your shoes. Oh no, he's dead.
I found the fountain of youth. Oh, dead.
Oh no, here's $20. Oh, I'm dead. Doesn't matter.
Great tie today, sir. He's like, oh, thank you, and then kills him.
Hey, I really want you to explode me right now. All right, well. Not too bad of a guy. All right, so anyway, that's
that dude's dead.
Great. Is this a quick scene?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the scene right after this is the one I talked about where they were talking to Night Eye and the others, right? So I guess we could skip that. I told it out of sequence. I just wanted to mention it.
It is interesting, kind of like another oversight thing, but I'm glad they explain it. Like Night Eye's like, I'm sorry, it's my fault. I should have like looked into your futures first before you left. And I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, it'd save you actually a lot of time. Like you could see their future and don't even have to like patrol. Like you could Like, I don't know.
That's true, right?
You'd know, yeah. But I guess you can't change the future. Like, his predictions always come true, so I guess it wouldn't matter. So.
I guess the point is that maybe sometimes he just doesn't want to do that because there's no way he can change it, like you said. So why even know? Like even if you, which is weird. If he knew, I guess if he knew the future changes immediately before you can even see it, to change to what would happen if he tried to interfere.
Time stuff is just so like
you can't really.
We as people can't even understand it. So when it comes to like shows and movies, you just gotta roll with it. Like go with whatever logic they give you, because.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
it's confusing sometimes, just like time travel and anything.
Yeah, it's essentially like alternate dimensions, like timelines and shit. I don't know. It's can't wait.
Yeah, so whatever.
In this show, it's just I see the future. It can't change. That's just like how it is.
That's it. Even if he just shoots Deku in the face somehow, in 30 years he'll die for something else. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know. I guess it's a cartoon too, or an anime. Excuse me. I know people get upset if I say cartoon.
Some people.
Yeah,
not all.
Yeah.
We get a quick scene with Eri getting brought back to the lab. They're like taking off her bandages. Mm-hmm. They're like, I guess you'd assume they're doing experiments.
Yeah, probably. I'm assuming the bandages, like, I don't know. I guess it is experiments or something. I guess I don't know. I'm trying to like figure out like are the bandages a part of her? Like not part of her, you know what I mean? Not like the tape guy. You know what I mean? Like she just shoots out bandages. But I wonder if that's like just
bandage girl. That's her amazing power. She shoots bandages.
She shoots bandages. But yeah, no, I guess we have like a really quick scene where we just see that, right? And they're just like taking bandages off. So I'm assuming we'll learn more about her soon. Even though I think the next episode is going to be focused on the redheaded
Kirishima.
Yeah, Kirishima.
Yeah,
I couldn't even think of his quirk.
If you want to know his hero name, it's Red Riot.
Riot, but his ability, he turns into like stone or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's like rock hard.
Yeah, he's rock hard. Red Rocket, that's his name, right? Red Rocket.
And then I'll just talk about this really quick scene. We cut to the classroom, and Bakugo and Todoroki are all beat up. We don't know why. It doesn't really tell you. But I'll just go ahead and tell you. It's not a spoiler. They're doing their like license thing because they failed, so they're like taking the course or whatever.
I think they mentioned that, didn't they? In the previous episode?
They might have.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think
basically just Bakugo getting pissed, like stop saying how everyone's better than me, and like
Yeah, of course. Shut up. Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah,
that good Bakugo stuff.
Yeah.
What you come to watch the show for.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So after that, isn't there like the scene with Hold on, let me scroll through because we don't ever come prepared for these things. There's actually a lot more in this episode that happened than I remember.
I can set you up, and then you'll know immediately.
Okay.
So Deku's like thinking about what happened.
Oh yeah. He's thinking about it. He's distracted to the point where like he can't even doesn't he like fall in a pool and they have to drag him out?
that big arena place they train at. Like he's
okay. Funny. So he's just like really distracted. He's thinking about like I guess the girl and also why All Might just not ditched him but like dropped him off.
Like didn't tell him.
Didn't tell him, so he's really upset about that, and he decides, you know what, I'm gonna talk to All Might. Screw this, and he goes and to the point where like he goes to what's his name, he tells him that he's working, he's like actually jogging and stuff and working out. Ever since he lost his power, pretty much, and he runs up to All Might I don't know, like Flash style running towards him. I thought he was about to run his ass over. I was like, no!
Trucks him, kills All Might. Like, how would you lie to me?
Oh, no. But anyway, so he shows
up. That's probably a bad joke, considering what we're about to, talk about.
Oh, yeah, well, I get them all out before we get this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, he runs up to All Might, and I guess you want to talk about this one.
Yeah, so basically, he runs into him and says, well, not only is Deku, really upset because he not only really tried to get rejected by Night Eye, but he, reluctantly accepted him, basically, but, he's getting crap from him, and he found out, All Might didn't tell him, basically anything about their past, why they're on bad terms and stuff, and he's just really emotionally upset, and understandably so. You have your guy who, is your master, and he's like not telling you things, and
Right.
and I'd be confused too. And basically, All Might's like, "Are you sure you want me to tell you all this stuff? Because it's pretty heavy, and I didn't want to tell you all this, but if you really insist." And basically, it goes into a flashback.
Yes.
Is this a flashback scene? Okay, yeah, this is a flashback. Part.
Yeah, this is a flashback.
So he says like, okay, 5 or 6 years ago, he was my partner or sidekick, and he was the brains of the operation. I was the brawn. I was going out fighting people, and the fight happened with All Might and All for One, the first one that got him the injury, and they at that point they had a serious disagreement on what the next best step would be. All Might obviously wanted to continue being the hero, but everyone, like not everyone, but mainly Night Eye and the principal and stuff were saying you should retire now because you can't.
Yeah,
you're not nearly what you were before.
And give it up to somebody else. Like get a successor, pretty much.
Like, and the principal's like, we have plenty of successors at our school that you might find worthy. And All Might's like, no, because that's gonna take a while to train that person. Like, it could take years. I'm not gonna like let people live in fear for that time because All Might's whole thing is provide people with hope and not be afraid of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, I'm assuming you watched this in English too, right?
Yeah, I did.
There was really good voice acting in the scene.
Yeah,
for Night Eye. I was kind of skeptical about Night Eye's voice actor when I first heard it a couple episodes ago, but like he nailed it. Like he was really emotional in this scene. He was basically saying how like I'm here because I love what you represent. I want to like help you, and they just huge disagreement. Night Eye says retire. All Might says no. But here's the kicker. Night Eye says he used his foresight to see in the future for All Might, and he foresaw like a gruesome death in like 5 to 6 years from that point. What's so funny?
I just thought, I imagined the gruesome death as he saw Deku running him over while he was
Oh my god!
Oh no! That was 5-6 years later, right?
Gosh,
that would work. Anyway,
we swear this is an emotional scene.
Back to the drama. Anyways,
yeah. But yeah, and then All Might says like, why fight it if your predictions are never wrong? I'm just gonna like do what I do then because it doesn't matter.
And he's like half formed, by the way, which I thought was
like
he's like halfway, like in this flashback he's like half,
which is interesting.
All Might, half
like,
regular Might. I
so
guess,
I thought he was only like small because his body was failing him, and he used like One for All to like buff up.
Yeah, it's a little
like,
confusing
to regain his former form.
Yeah,
but I thought back then he was naturally just like big, and he would like that's just how he was.
Maybe that is it, but like maybe because he's losing the power, his body can't handle all that muscle.
Well, I guess he also probably did go through like a lot of surgery. Like if you see his body, he's got like bandages everywhere, so probably that took a toll on him too. But so yeah, that really emotional back scene. Then you want to kind of go what happens next?
So anyway, it goes back to the present, and then he explains like, the reason why I didn't tell you is because you're my fan. So just like with Night Eye was his fan too, right? So he didn't really tell him. He picked you, I think, because you're a fan too, I guess. But he was pretty much saying like, I didn't want to let you know this because you're my fan. I guess he really cherishes fans too. So
well, and it's like a really important time for him to just learn the power. So you don't need like this other weight on your life right now, kind of thing.
Yeah. And then like he starts running away. He's just like slowly like he's just, bye. And then this part's like where we get another flashback of I guess it was kind of a flashback of him talking to Night Eye on the phone, and I think he's saying like no, he's gonna be the one that's gonna have like because they're arguing about like wait, why'd you choose this little runt? He cries all the time. I watch the show too, and he just cries all the time. He doesn't say that, but that's pretty much what he means.
And then All Might's like, well, he's worthy. Like he may not have a power, but he's like I don't know, like a true hero kind of thing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So we get a scene where, like Gore said, when All Might's kind of jogging away, Deku kind of hits him like, oh, you're gonna die, like, and he thought back. Like, I always kind of knew,
You're
like,
right.
because you showed me the injury and like all the stuff that's happened. Like, I always kind of knew things were bad, but I didn't know like you were set to die. You know, like, I mean, we'll get to this a little bit later because I don't think he says it yet. But like the 6 or 7 year thing,
Right.
But it kind of hits him like his idol basically just told him like, yeah, I'm gonna die. So it's pretty heavy. And then they talk on the phone, like you said, and then I think this is the scene I was referring to where he says, like, how far in the future was this prediction? And he says 5 or 6 years, and he's like, oh, shit, that's either
Like
this
a
year or next year.
Yeah, this year or next
Yeah.
year.
So,
You're like,
yeah.
uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming in this season we won't see this outcome. I can only assume because I would have heard about this from the manga because I know other people that read the manga and they don't shut their mouth. They just say
Yeah, I'm not gonna say
about
anything
like
one
if he,
way or
you
another.
know, if he, gets ran over by Deku or whatever, if you know what I mean. So I don't want to know, and I don't want it to happen. I even said in my reaction, if All Might dies, I'm going to shut off the show and never watch it again. It's like,
Dude,
protest.
I'd be so sad. I'd be so sad. He's just like the coolest person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I love All Might. So, this whole speech was really great. So yeah, he's just like, so like you're gonna die. I mean, he even he says in his own like narration, Deku is just like, yeah, death, man. I even think about it. It's just like that's a thing that's looming over all of us. But definitely, he didn't even think about All Might dying at all.
Yeah, the time's especially short for All Might. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so he's like even talking about like so what his foresight's never wrong, and I think he like Deku even like says like what does he say? He like promises him like you
Yeah.
won't die.
So Deku was like, we made a promise like you
Yeah.
would stay around for me to be officially like the next symbol of peace or whatever,
Right.
and then All Might says something kind of like chilling. He says when he was told he was gonna die, he just accepted it. He didn't like fight it, and he said if that's the case, I'm just gonna go full speed toward the finish line.
Right.
And he said he viewed the fight with All for One as the finish line. Like he expected it to die there.
Right.
But he said like the thing that was unpredictable, like no one saw coming, was you. Like you were there. Like you gave him like a reason to fight on and to grow and to stay around and to live to like support you. So kind of like a really really touching scene there. Like All Might doesn't open up a whole lot, but right there he basically just said like you're the reason that like I want to live now. So
Right.
and then we get a really cool scene where he basically says, I'm going to take this hand and I'm going to twist fate. And then he goes like buff All Might for a second.
Yeah.
Like the best he can. Like it's not the same anymore, but it's really cool. I love that. I love the smile, like when his teeth aren't showing, or like not the individual teeth. It's just like the
It's just one big
yeah,
tooth.
I love that smile. Yeah.
Of course.
And I was like, yeah, he can still do it. And yeah, I got a little chills in
Which
that scene, so.
I like that we'll still get buff All Might kind of here and there. Just
Yeah.
little bits, just like glimpses and like flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah, I
They know
like
we
how
want
that's the thing I like about the anime is they'll show flashbacks, like the photographer one where we saw like the flashback
Right,
of All Might. Like that's I don't know.
Yeah, no, I love that.
We'll still see him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already gotten plenty of All Might in this season, considering he can't be really All Might anymore. So
Yeah.
No, that was a great shot when he transformed, and he's like he's posing it up. He's waiting for people to take that thumbnail, which I use that.
I use that one too. I mean,
Yeah,
how do you
of
not
course.
use that? It's pretty dope.
I had to. It was good. And by the time I posted mine, everybody saw it anyway. So I was just like, here we go. Anyway, and then they fist bump like because he promises like well, I guess he can't technically promise that he won't die, but he's just like, I'm gonna try. So like, doesn't he say, yeah, I'll try to stay alive for you, my boy. And then they fist bump and they hug it out. Or they didn't hug. I said they should have hugged, but they didn't do it.
Yeah, that's just a really good scene. By the way, the scene where they like fist bump, it cuts to like kind of like a sketch look to it. That's like the exact look of like season 1 when they were like you can be a hero too. It's kind of a nice, like it's the same kind of time of day, like sunset. And like I don't know, I think it's kind of cool, little nod.
Yeah, and then Deku's just like, wait, hold on, because we had this conversation, maybe your future changed. Let's go see Night Eye. He's just like, what?
Yeah, he's like, no, it's still awkward. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. And then the episode ended. Then we get the backstory again. So I keep watching.
Yeah.
I keep watching it, going like, Like what? I'm trying to figure out this little girl in the show. Like she's like the biggest mystery so far in the show.
Oh, to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's with the horn. What's her quirk? I can't even think what it is.
I'm excited for you because it's cool to see it all
cool.
like unfold.
Yeah,
So.
that's good.
But did you see the post-credit scene?
Yes, I did.
It's very, very quick. We'll just talk about it briefly. Basically, oh yeah, we didn't mention this during the episode, but there's a brief scene where the little guy who looks like Skull Knight, or like not Skull Knight, but looks like that indie game.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about Shovel Knight.
Yeah, it looks not Shovel Knight. It's like
it's like the second part of Shovel Knight, isn't it?
It's like Spectre Knight.
Spectre Knight. There you go. Yeah,
yeah.
It
looks like him, kind of. And he's like, yeah, we got an answer from Shigaraki. He's like, I want to talk to you, and like even the terms out.
Yeah, and then you see Shigaraki like leave or whatever, right? And then at the end, we get to see the scene right after that, which is him showing up, and he's just like, "Hey, man." Which I find it funny. I don't know why it just hit me now. Is that everybody talking in the scene has no, like, you can't see their mouth at all. So it's just
like they're, maybe that's why he's trying to recruit him in the first place. Like, hey, you get it.
You got a mask.
You don't show our faces.
Yeah, your mask is cool, bro. You got a hand.
Respect your beak, bro. Yeah. Nice beak.
I was just thinking like if they didn't have like any way to like no speech amplifiers, it's just like two people with a mask and another guy with a hand over his face, so it's just like
I always like kind of wonder, like, does Shigaraki like wash his hands, like not just when he goes to the bathroom, but like take his mask off, like wash his hand off, scrubs it. Because I imagine that would get like dirty.
Yeah,
you know?
I assume so. You have to clean the fingernails and stuff. Like, you don't know.
Plot twist: he's like Darth Vader, needs it to breathe.
Oh,
it's like a breathing mask.
That reminds me of there's an anime where like a hand talk. Oh, Vampire Hunter D. Great.
Oh, never seen it.
Great. There's a hand in there. That's all I'll say. Best character. Yeah, there's a hand.
Sold.
Best character in the movie.
It's sold.
Which I know is weird, but when you watch it, you'll understand. Anyway, so that was a nice little post-credit scene, just to show like they're teaming up now. Oh, good. So like two characters that can blow people up with their hands, and well, one turns them into ash, right, and the other one blows them up. So
yeah, they're basically both like you're dead if you touch you.
You get touched, you die. So
yeah.
I'm hoping it ends with both of them like high-fiving on mistake and just both killing each other.
Arms just blowing off.
Yeah. All right, good job. And then it's like, oh, well, there you go.
So did you? I guess we can talk about it briefly. Did you watch the preview to the next episode?
I did. You know what? Last episode was 2 weeks ago, obviously, because I skipped a week. And I saw that last episode's sneak peek, and I was like, I shouldn't have watched that because I feel like that's spoiled.
Did it show a lot about like the backstory stuff?
Yeah, it showed a lot about what happens in this episode to the point where I was just like, ooh, like they're just saying things like I don't even remember what they said, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just be aware, like be wary if you care about like wanting to go in the next week completely fresh, because sometimes the preview is really innocent and they barely tell you anything, but other times it's like, oh, this happens. Like this major thing happens.
Deku gets hit by a train. Like what?
Yeah.
How? It's just like, why is he in front of a train?
Yeah,
I guess that's more questions than answers. I guess I'm excited now.
Yeah.
But so no, I did watch this one because I actually forgot that I told myself I don't want to watch them anymore. But because I was just like watching the outro and the post credit scene, and just like next week, and I'm just like blankly staring at it, not even thinking about it. Just like,
this one we can kind of like talk about a little bit because it's not like spoilers. It's just kind of like who's going to focus on next.
Yes.
I'm really excited. I just got to say I'm really excited because the fat dude, Fat Gun,
is
like one of my favorite. He's one of my favorites. I love him. Right. He's a great character. And then Amajiki, the quiet one of the big three.
Right.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite of the big three.
Like
you'll like seeing him. And then
I immediately liked him the first time they showed him because he was just like he was. I was like getting serious Sasuke vibes. Like he was just
if Sasuke was like not mean, he was just like
shy,
just like sulking, kind of shy. Yeah, like
I thought that was funny. Is that he immediately gets in front of people and he goes into a corner.
Everyone calls him like the Sasuke dude.
He looks like Sasuke. Like I know I joke around and say Sasuke. I usually say Sasuke as in like the attitude. But
you called Bakugo
like
Sasuke.
Huh?
Like
yeah,
you called Bakugo Sasuke like at one point.
Yeah, in the beginning, just because he was kind of I say that as a characteristic I don't like in anime. Usually,
Yeah.
like it's just like. Not that it's the same characteristic, it's just that it's a characteristic I don't like, so I compare it to Sasuke. It could be any kind of characteristic. If I just don't like it, I compare it to Sasuke, because Sasuke is probably my least favorite character in anime history. To be fair, I never watched the end of Naruto, but I gave it 100.
Don't worry,
I gave it
doesn't get much
100 episodes. I think I gave it a fair shot. 100 episodes is pretty good.
Oh, he doesn't get better. Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
He just
surprised.
gets worse. He gets worse.
He's a jackass. I hate Sasuke. But anyway, that's when I see a character that, am I going to hate this character? Is this going to be a Sasuke?
Yeah, this is going to be a Sasuke.
Yeah, and if I compare a character to Seto Kaiba, which I do sometimes too, that's the opposite. That's a great thing.
Seto's the best character of that show.
Kaiba's the best character, I think, probably ever.
He's the perfect antagonist, right?
Yeah.
Is antagonist when it's,
which I guess later on becomes what's the in between of an antagonist and a protagonist?
It's anti-hero or
I guess. He's like an anti-hero later on. Where he's just like he shows up and he'll do evil stuff.
Like they have their own agenda, but they're like still helping the good guy.
Yeah,
like that's kind of like anti-hero. So
legit been wanting to watch Yu-Gi-Oh again. I'm
dude,
almost
the
30
original
years
series
old.
is on Netflix.
Yeah,
so
yeah, almost 30 years old. I'm just like I want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know why.
It's time to duel.
Shadow Realm, like in Japan, then they just straight up call it Hell. But when they brought it over here, it's it's the Shadow Realm. It's like, oh man, I don't want to go to Shadow Realm.
We can't handle hell over here. What's your problem?
Shadow Realm. Doom guy's there.
Doom guy. Hope he's in Smash. That'd be cool.
I hope so too.
There's rumors he could.
I know. I've heard a lot of rumors about certain characters, and I want that one. I
just wanted Banjo. We got him.
Yeah, so. I'm surprised we got Banjo.
I am, but I'm also not, because like Microsoft and Nintendo are like buddy now.
Yeah, with Ori and the Blind Forest coming this way. Cuphead, of course. Yeah.
Minecraft,
of course.
Stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I want a Doom guy, please. I'm hoping.
So yeah, thanks for watching our Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
Oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. I hope Yu-Gi-Oh's in. Oh, that'd be sweet. Yugi,
dude. They
Nami?
should.
Whatever his name is.
Remember in season 3, Denki, the electric dude, he had that like the blade.
Oh
yeah.
It
looked just like a dual disc.
Oh yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah. It's like one of those arm blade things.
I think we made the joke at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Funny.
I love the dual disc. I used to have one of those when I was a kid. The ones that like you
OG
press the button, and it goes
ones?
Or whatever.
Oh, nice.
No, the original is the one with Yugi and.
The cool one. Back when the show was great.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. Look forward to our Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
Even though that show broke the rules of the game so many times.
Oh yeah. Like in the beginning of that show, I remember it broke the rules.
They literally had an episode where they make the moon like crash onto the field and like take out these monsters or something. Like it's so dumb.
I just like the idea.
That's not a move.
I just like the idea that these monsters can affect each other, like the people too. Where like when someone explodes, one of the monsters, like Yu-Gi-Oh or Yugi or somebody else, is just like, oh, they're getting blown back.
My heart points or whatever they call them.
My life points. My life points.
Not the Shadow Realm.
You get sent to hell if you lose a card game.
Yeah, like imagine like you're fighting. We're really off track right now. But imagine you're fighting and you get killed by a Karibo, like a little cute Karibo, and you just get sent to hell.
You get sent to hell. Dark
no, Karibo! He's like a cute little monster. He's like laughing at you, like.
He's like, what's his name from Salacious Crumbs laughing at you?
Oh yeah.
I hate that little asshole. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, go check out Yu-Gi-Oh! It's on Netflix right now. Yeah. Friends isn't on Netflix anymore, so you need to watch something, right?
Oh, is it not?
I don't think it is. Is it? Or maybe it's The Office I'm thinking of.
I think The Office is about to go up early next year.
Whatever's the thing everybody watches on Netflix, don't watch that anymore. Just watch Yu-Gi-Oh! That's still on
Funny enough, I'm wearing the Office shirt right now.
Oh, there you go. Watch The Office and Yu-Gi-Oh! At the same time. Watch one episode of The Office, then watch one.
They're sequels to each other.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing.
The Office is a prequel.
Yeah, Jim or whatever, he's like the Yu-Gi-Oh! That show.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, now we're definitely.
Dwight's Kaiba.
Oh, Dwight's definitely either Kaiba or what's the one bad guy's name? Oh God, he gets possessed by like a pharaoh.
Oh, the pharaoh dude.
Oh God, I can't remember his name.
Yeah. An angsty antagonist.
Yeah, it was like the little kid. He looked like a kid or whatever, but he was yeah, that guy.
Anyway, okay. So episode 4 of My Hero was great.
Yeah, it was.
Not a lot of action, but you don't need that. Sometimes it's just about setting things up for the future.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I really like that. I mean, they have 26 episodes to fill out, so of course you can't have like action.
So if
every
the
episode.
first 4, I promise everyone who's watching, this season is about to get like wild. I think this is legitimately the last episode was no fighting. I'm not even kidding. I think
really?
it's about to like ramp up a lot.
Well,
now.
the next one looks like it's definitely gonna ramp up. I guess we didn't talk about we were supposed to talk about the post credits scene, and we got completely because we didn't really talk about it.
Wait, the Kirishima part?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about it.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't. Okay, so very quickly. Kirishima is like fighting like a thug or something. Like he's just kind of like running through the streets. And
yeah, we talked about the big dude and we taled about the Sasuke guy, and that was it. We didn't talk about the main guy, Kirishima. Yeah, Kirishima is going to be the main guy in the next one, which is cool.
I'm going to be really upset if Fat Gum has a bad voice actor. I don't think they will because they do a good job.
Well,
but
that big guy looks like he should have either like kind of like a dumb voice, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? Like that.
Yeah, that would be. I'd like that. I'd be okay with that.
Or like a high pitched voice.
Yeah, I can't see him like a deep voice. Like
Deep voice would be too obvious because he's big. So like, and it's anime. Anime's never obvious. Well, yeah. Okay, well maybe it is a lot of times, but
with the exception of like the main characters in anime always have crazy hair.
Yeah, exactly, and big eyes. Of course, that's just the style of anime. But yeah, and of course, you have the pervy stuff. You gotta have that in almost everything, right?
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah. That's sad.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Mineta had a really odd, stupid, quick scene. In this. It's like, did you see any scantily dressed women,
yeah,
or like,
course.
I don't know, he said something stupid
it must suck to be that voice actor, unless he's like Mineta, I guess. But
maybe maybe it's just he's living his fantasies. Like I have to finally. Yeah. Share my...
He wears diapers all the time too. Hey, if you're the voice actor for Mineta, I didn't say your name right. It's your character's name right. We're just joking. You're cool people.
I mean, Gore was. I'm being serious.
Oh yeah, he's being serious. I was joking. I was just joking.
Creep. You got balls on your head.
Yeah, I was being serious too. But yeah, you got balls on your head. You wear a diaper. You're like 2 feet tall. What's going on?
Damn.
He's really small.
Yeah.
It's really weird considering how even like it makes sense with the older people in some way because when you're older you get smaller, but he's just like
I think that's the joke though. He's a small person both literally and like socially.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Socially and when it comes to his
morality
range of things he likes, it's very small too. It's just like 2 things. It's either it's one thing. It's just, I was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say 2 things, but I can only think of one. So
it's not being a hero.
No,
that's
not
for
really.
sure.
He just wants to do that to get the chicks, as he says. Anyway, Mineta talk is over. It was a great episode. Yeah. So the next episode looks like it's gonna be action packed, Pee-wee. So
yeah, this is about to get off the rails and.
It's gonna be.
Let's just say these discussions have been very fun so far, especially this one. But it's gonna be really fun talking about like action stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that's when the show really shines. Obviously, like it does emotional stuff really well, but like the fights are awesome. So
definitely. Pretty much every fight so far, even from season 1, has been excellent.
Oh, I love the Nomu versus All Might fight still. That one's hype.
I love my favorite fights are still the ones where Deku uses his because he doesn't have full control of his abilities yet.
Oh,
so he has to
use his
flick fingers and stuff.
Arena.
The arena stuff. I mean, that's not technically my favorite fights, but it's the ones where I found it to be the most, I guess, inventive. Because he has to figure out ways to use his abilities.
It's essentially like ammo on a gun. Like he's gonna run out of ammo, So it's
like I only have 2 more fingers. So I can only.
But then he's like, screw it, I'm just gonna break him again and again.
And then he just and then he flick his wrist at one point. No, he uses cheek one time, right?
Yeah, he used his thumb because he couldn't make the fist to flick the thumb, so he puts his in his cheek.
See, I'm gonna miss that. I hope they bring that back for whatever reason. I don't know how they will.
Personally feel like this might be a hot take, but I feel like season 2 is still my favorite one so far. Had Stain.
The tournament stuff is great, and Stain.
The tournament was great with Todoroki's backstory, and it was just all really cool.
Yeah. Actually, I would agree. When it comes to the amount of episodes I liked compared to the other seasons, I would say season 2 probably has more episodes I liked more, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
season 3, of course, has like 2 of the best
Season 3
episodes
was-
ever. So
Yeah, season 3 was great. I just feel like the second half kind of like lulled a little bit with like
Yeah.
the license stuff.
Less-
The Bakugo Deku fight was great to end it though.
oh yeah, that was
that
great
was
too.
awesome.
But of course, the muscular.
Oh yeah,
And,
that was
and,
early
and
on
of
though.
course the All Might fight. All Might versus
Yeah.
All for One.
That's
Yeah.
probably the best moment.
Yeah, those 2 episodes. I love the muscular one. And I love the
Yeah.
way it ends too.
Yeah,
And he's just
and he's
standing.
like he was saying like my hero, like
Yeah, My Hero. It was good. That was a great episode. That's the one where like if I'm like in the mood to watch like a reaction of My Hero, I'm just like My Hero Academia. I put up like let me see reactions to that episode. I don't know why that one.
Yeah.
Always, I mean, don't get me wrong. The All for One is great, obviously, but
it's funny going through like the analytics of YouTube because you can see like where people watch of the episode.
Oh, yeah,
and it's always funny like my most viewed reaction videos are always like the hype episodes, and I can
course.
always see like people skip right to like the not everyone, but like a decent like chunk of people will skip just to like the hype moment to see like
yeah,
the reaction
the
to
reaction.
it.
Yeah, it's the same
It makes
thing for me.
sense. It just makes sense. So you know.
Whenever I'm done watching a trailer, the audience retention goes way down, which makes sense. I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
I do the same
Yeah.
thing. I'm not. I watch a reaction from people I like. I like to watch their reactions. It's not like I'm just watching it just because
Yeah, of course.
I want to see people make noises. I actually like their reactions. But for I don't have the attention span to like. All right, now I want to hear them talk about it for 10 minutes. Yeah.
But it is always nice to see like 10% of the audience does like stick around to like.
Of
hear
course,
you.
yeah.
That's always worth it.
Yeah,
So.
Even if there's like 10 people sticking around to listen to either you or me talk about something at the end of our things, I'm sure it's worth it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, anyway, great episode again, and we got done talking about 15 minutes ago. Thank you for listening to this. If you're
Yeah.
still.
If you're still here, those 10 people we just
Yep.
alluded to, if you're
Yep,
still here.
I'm still saluting to you. Thank you.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if like I check the analytics and once we hit
Zero.
Yu-Gi-Oh, that's when it just like drops. Like,
Oh, we can just say anything now. Everybody that left, you suck.
got any deep revealing secrets you want to share with anyone? But no one will know.
I actually hate this series.
Oh,
And I also hate
do
Rick
too.
and Morty.
Oh my
It's not
gosh.
funny.
I think Sailor Moon is a better anime than
Oh,
My
yeah.
Hero.
Oh, definitely. I think Yu-Gi-Oh is actually trash. Dual Masters is better. Remember Dual Masters?
Yeah, vaguely, kind of.
Yeah, me too. Cubics
All right.
best show ever.
Cubics is great.
Hell yeah.
Don't bag on Cubics.
I
I'll
always
fight
bring
you.
up Cubics whenever somebody says like, "What's your favorite cartoon?"
Cubics.
And every time, besides you, you're the only one that I brought it up to that actually knows what Cubics or still remembers what Cubics
Dude,
was.
Cubics was like looking back. The animation is so shit.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
like it was a kind of fun show as a little kid.
I love
don't
the
know.
intro. Robots
Yeah,
for
Cubics.
everyone. Yeah, I don't remember the lyrics exactly. I just remember it just like it was fun. It was a fun show.
The
Cubics, he
villain
helps
was
people.
ugly as hell.
Oh yeah. The whole show
like-
was ugly. I guess Cubics was probably the only one that was like, oh, because he was cubes. Like, how are they gonna screw him up? like
Oh my god.
90s animations. Like Jimmy Neutron was better. That looks terrible now.
When Jimmy Neutron is better animation, you're in bad shape.
Yeah. All right. So there you go.
That's it. Let's not dwell any further. Thank you guys for watching this anime Shenanigans. Hence the Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So
And,
bye.
Bye.